Yeah, what's the stat level down? Yeah, that's a crap stat, no? Had a lot of technical difficulties today, so they took away a lot of my points. So my controller fucked up like 2 times, so. Ooh. I love Dr. Pepper. Okay. What is my relationship with Dr. Pepper? Well, it was kind of like I liked Dr. Pepper, when I was like 10 years old or something. And then I was like, this shit's too sweet. Then I kind of like Coca-Cola because it doesn't seem as sweet. It seems like a little bit has a better formula taste to it. Wario Stadium, baby. Lizzie. Ooh. Lizzie. Your mama. Shit. Butthole. Let's get some, baby. We're playing Thanksgaming. Oh yeah, yeah. Me and my butthole. Give me something I can work with, boys. Instead of Jack Delicious. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And maybe you had a Thanksgiving too. So oh ooh. Ooh. All right. Got my boys coming through. Oh, kiss my butt. Hope none of those hit you, dog. I just hit myself. Shit. Get my ass kicked through the whole thing. Oh, watch out. Oh, that little bitch. Damn it. That's where this is definitely not where I need to stop. Yeah, that's like the worst place to get stuck. Oh my God. Fuck. You could break through the whole fucking time. Fucking raping me all day, fuckers. Oh. Either it's the fucking algorithm or it's the fucking controller or internet fucking up. So we have officially tried all three styles of pie today. So it is official now. We had the pecan, the pumpkin, and the chocolate. Yay. So then we have to initiate Operation Diet Exercise like immediately tomorrow. So okay, Operation Don't Be Fat Ass. Oh, don't cut. No, Operation No Overweight, Obese, Diabetes type 2. Yeah, this shit has been happening all day, man. I cannot. I mean, it's been happening all day. I don't know if the competition gets tougher on fucking Thanksgiving or what, but yeah, controller fucking up again. You know what? Before I down rank to 104, if I get close to down ranking to 104 because the algorithm's fucking me or my controller keeps, fucking up all day, then I'm going to, uh, I'm gonna quit. Just this game, not so I don't. My dogs are pretty tired, so I don't want them to hear, you know, if I get so pissed off at this fucking game that I yell "fuck." So I don't want that to happen. 'Cause it will happen if I lose too many points. So I think I, I think I've seen this movie that's almost 30 years old. Uh, it was it's called Swingers with Vince Vaughn and um, Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You know it. Right. Try to go Sunset Wilds. Oh. So I probably haven't seen this movie Swingers since I was like 19. I yeah. And so, but it came out in 1996. It was a big hit back then, almost 30 years ago. And it has John Favreau, and is it written by him? It's not directed by him, but it's the screenplay. It's written by him, the story and stuff. So yeah, I feel like the 90s were like the days where ordinary guys could break into Hollywood when it was really right for that. And because you had Quentin Tarantino, John Favreau, uh, lots of other examples. Matt Damon, uh, Ben Affleck, and so on. Joel and Ethan Cohen, the Wachowski brothers, before they changed their sex or whatever. But yeah, it felt like a golden age in Hollywood where like just anybody, with a camera and a dream could break in with the right connections. Like, so, well, I'm not saying that these guys that they didn't need to work hard. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like it was easy, like you just walked in and you're in. So this movie Swingers, okay, is about these single unemployed actors that live on the east side of Hollywood, I guess. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I thought I've seen it once, even though it seems like I haven't seen it for many, many, many years. Because I do remember seeing it at least once, and then like Vince Vaughn saying, "Your money, baby, your money, baby," Like I do remember that. So I must maybe I was baked when I watched it a long time ago. Maybe I was fucking ripped or something because this guy and I would watch movies all the time, and and this guy was blazing bud all the time, and he was smoking fat bowl in his pipe, 24/7, more or less. And I never said no to weed. I never said no to pot. It's like if you go to Joe Rogan's or Bill Maher, and then he was like, "Hey, you want some vodka and some weed?" I'd be like, "Oh yeah, sure." I would never say. I mean, it's not like I'd never say no, but just saying like I don't give a fuck about that. Now, I don't want to become like a fucking chronic drunk where you can't get out of bed, where you're just like, I need another vodka, I need another beer, I need another 12 pack. You don't want to become like just fucking, you know, fucked up 24/7 or something. Like some people. Yeah. So basically, I'm losing, but I'm winning. I'm winning, losing. Yeah. So you don't want to become like so baked that you fry all your brain cells because you're smoking weed 24/7. And you want to become like an alcoholic where you're just like so fucked up you stay in bed for like 3 weeks totally drunk the entire time, where you pee your bed and you don't remember the days, stuff like that, where you destroy your liver and shit, you know. So there are like definite limitations, but casually speaking, if you're going to the Joe Rogan podcast or the Bill Maher deal and he's like, "Hey, you want a few drinks? Hey, you want to smoke a blunt?" Then, normally I just say like, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" Occasionally. Why not just every once in a while? So, hit the hay every now and then. Who cares? So, definitely not me. Yeah. So, Swingers. I guess I just thought it was a trendy film and kind of an indie film, trendy indie back then, and yeah, lube times 213. Give it up, your boy. He likes that lubrication, if you know what I mean. Uh oh. Ooh. That boy likes the lubie, but does he like the boobies? I don't know about that. Okay, did you just hit yourself again? All right, that's the danger with the green shells in me is that I'm not very skilled at using the green shells, so I often commit self sabotage and suicide when on the green shells. So I start watching Swingers, and it's like some retro shit, and I'm kind of like, oh god, I don't want to watch this because you know, like the 1990s are over. Like I want to kind of move on with this decade and the next decade, and kind of get out of the nostalgic shit. But I was kind of curious. I was like, I wonder what made this movie such a smash hit back in the day. And oh, did you just fall to the fuck? I'm not doing well. Usually I do stellar at this. This time I'm not doing shit. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. I need to get back in this motherfucker. Mm-mm. right, let's blow some ass. Let's get back in this motherfucker. Yeah. Let's get back in it to win it, boy. You got Papotics. I don't know what Papotics is, but that's what's going on. All right. What do we got? All right. Don't fall in the hole, baby. Unless it's vagina. Ooh. Or a wormhole to another planet in this shit. Oh, I see. Welcome to the team, baby. Let me pull off this stunner. Oh, that's second place. Nice. Even the wily Japanese couldn't handle my shit. My fucking moves, dog. Ooh. Land of the Rising Sun. Oh, America on top beat the Austrians, the Japanese, and all the other competitors. America, fuck yeah. Okay. So the buddy picture, the buddy comedy picture is about two buddies. And it usually revolves around the two buddies that are single trying to get laid and pick up chicks. Typically in a comedy, the way the guys try to pick up chicks is like laughable. And Swingers has some pretty funny uh, stuff like that, moments like that. They also do the trope where a chick is like banging hot, but she's annoying. So they have this one chick that's like smoking hot, but I mean, just, really, really sexy looking. But then they do the comedy trope where the guy, where he wants to leave because the woman is just like so flaky and so stupid, like he wants to get the fuck out of there. Yeah. But I mean, I think in real life, a guy, if he met a real flaky like chick and he got her number, like I think that he would probably just bang her and just be like, "Yeah, I know she's stupid, but I'm gonna get laid with some quality, with a quality girl, girl." Not always, but I'm not saying that guys don't have these standards for women. I'm just saying that like if a guy's single and he gets a chick's phone number, I I would just say, go bang her, have a good time. Like uh you don't necessarily have to have a relationship, right? You know. So right. Okay. Let me get That was just so funny because like I didn't know if they're gonna bust my ass at the end. That's why it was exciting. All right, so we're back up to speed. 106.04 down. Back into the 106s. We didn't have to go back to the 104. Baby, don't hurt me no more. Yeah, so there's a lot of cliches and tropes. Um, Swingers was just I think that was just um, a movie of its time. I haven't finished it yet, but the trajectory it takes it from from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, and or is it Los Angeles to Las Vegas and then they go back to Los Angeles again? I suppose there was once a time in Hollywood where an aspiring actor would just go out to LA and he would just bet everything on his life that he would just get a job. And like Norman Reedus went out to LA. I don't know if he had acted before or anything. He just got some money together and just went out to LA when he was young. And then, it didn't happen overnight, but eventually he got in the business pretty legit. So, of course, they don't tell you the story. Pretty much, probably people tell you the story of the successes, but how many people probably attempted to be an actor or actress and were not successful doing that? Probably a whole hell of a lot. Yeah. So for every story of Norman Reedus saying, "Hey, I was 21 and I went out to LA," how many uh, how many people failed and they're like, "Hey, I went out to LA and I started working at the IHOP, or something." I didn't work one job. I didn't get one TV show. So I'm sure there's a lot of those too. Well, I went out to LA and I started a promising career at Taco Bell, and to my surprise, in this movie, Swingers, there's John Favreau, uh, um, but besides John Favreau, Vince Vaughn, and then also uh, this was to my surprise. The other two guys, I pretty much knew they were in it, but my surprise was Ron Livingston from Office Space. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, he was in it. He plays a lot stodgier, uptight character in this movie, though. He doesn't play such a some other Ron Livingston movies, he plays kind of a loose character. And this one, he's a lot more like insecure and uptight, which is not usually the type of character he typically plays. You fucking blew it, dude. Damn it. You blew it. You blew it at the end because I couldn't drive. Shit. What's the funniest buddy comedy movie? Uh, Man, I don't know. Like young guys trying to make it in the world, that can be funny, like in Swingers. But I think it's funnier. Honestly, I think the middle age comedies are funnier. I think when the guys are older, it's funnier shit, like The Hangover or like Sideways, especially. It's so much funnier if the guys are like halfway through their lives. It's really a hoot. Because if you're like 18 years old, picking up a girl is going to be pretty effortlessly. Pretty, basically you just have to look all right and smell good and have a job or have a car or something. And you're good if you're like 18. But if you're like fucking 40, oh man, it takes a lot more effort. Yeah, if you're like 23 and you got a good job and you know you don't have a bunch of warts, you're probably good to go with some decent looking chicks. But if you're over 40, oh my god, you better have some fucking money. Is basically what it is. All right, let's get back into the mix. Down. Watch out for this fool. Yeah. Welcome to the team, baby. Mm. Bonanzio. Bonanzio. Now that's original. I'm not just a bonanza. I'm a bonanzio. I saw what you're trying to do, bitch. Trying to set me up with the banana saboteur. Trying to saboteur me. They're trying to pull some horse maneuvers on me. So your friend used to say, you just say, "Oh man, they tried these horse maneuvers." Yeah. All right. Nice. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Back to the 10604. Your boy, Ayano, put me down on the floor. Let's go Rainbow Road. Time to take this situation to outer interstellar space, baby. So even though guys trying to make it in their 20s can be a funny buddy movie, I think Sideways is more poignant and more amusing because the guys are in their middle age. And so Paul Giamatti and Hayden Church. Yeah. Plus that movie's just really a riot most of the way. Okay, both Swingers and Sideways have the trope of the guy can't get over his ex girlfriend. Uh, so yeah, so I guess that's a trope. A guy can't get over a girl or a woman, and so therefore the friend is not that fun because they ruin everybody's time by talking about the prior relationship or whatever. I can't see. Shit's not. Yeah. No. Basically, yeah. The reason why, like Mark Manson would say, like the most terrible people are running the world. It's not that. It's that nice guys don't succeed in a world that's not nice. So that's just very true. Yeah. That's why the most ruthless, psychopathic people run the world, and why the nice guys, they don't get nothing. I mean, I don't need like Mark Manson to, tell me that. I'm just saying, like, it's true. Nice guys don't succeed because they were never good. They don't succeed because the world is bad. Yeah. Da, 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 da. uh, I I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Find it. Good night. I love you. Oh, okay. Okay. I love you, Mom. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for everything. Thanks, Jen, for the excellent Thanksgiving. Buttheads. All right, let's go on the left side one this time. Hmm. What the heck was that? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. What's up with my stats? What's up with my stats, fool? Yeah, so I'll probably like finish Swingers tonight. One night in Hancock makes a heart man humble. Ooh. Take that. Ooh. Bust your ass. Oh, hit your old friend again. Back at Cooper's. I know all the Mario characters. I know all the He-Man characters. I know all the Lord of the Rings characters too. Fool. I know all the characters in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Whatever you said, like, I know all the characters in Dungeons and Dragons too. Yeah, right. Ooh, rough. I'm gonna recover from this bad boy. Ooh, nothing much but the touch. All right. Nothing much but the touch in the city of the clutch. I like the girls that are Dutch very, very much. Ooh, I want to touch. Nothing much but the touch, baby. Yo, it's on. We're almost closer to Christmas time. Let's head up the Merry Mountain. Hey, Tula. Hey, girl. Hey. Are you coming to lay down? Okay. You laying on your pally? You need an extra blanket? Okay. You have enough blanket up there? Oh, sorry, Tula. There you go. You got enough blanket? I hope so. I hope you have a lot of good blankie. You're a lovely two lady, you know that. I love Dula and Bella Boop. Oh, tomorrow's the Black Friday. Are we gonna have Black Sabbath Friday? Oh, down, 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 down. Oh, it might be Black Sabbath Friday. I have to see. Kimberly. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I did have for Tula on the Planet of the Apes marathon, but it was like too scary for Tula, so we put it on Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Yeah, I guess the War of the Planet of the Apes might have been too scary for Tula to watch. Bonanzio. I'll show you Bonanza. Uh-oh. Hmm. Welcome to the team, baby. Wow. Still hardness. Uh-oh. Better rock and roll down. Hmm. Well, we're a third place, but not a third place. Yeah. Nothing much but the touch in the city of the clutch. Ooh. Yeah. We're in Europe. I hope you're up today. Wow, wow. Well, it's like Asmon Gold has a video. It's called "No One Wants to Work Anymore," and then it says, "It says who wouldn't want to stay at home and blow cones and watch Skibbity Toilet all day?" That part had me dying. Blow cones. Asmon Gold. Zach Rawer. Niyari. That's a pretty cool Japanese name. Nirari. Like Atari. Safari. Love it. Yeah, some of the Japanese YouTube videos are like some of the funniest. They're like a guy will do a life of a lonely salary man. It was just so like how depressing his single life is, and then like or in his corporate life in Japan is, and then they'll have like a woman that'll have like a similar one, life of a salary woman in Japan. I mean, I don't think people really enjoy the really whiny ones, like where it's just some guys like, I'm 50, I'm broke, and I have no woman and no future, and then that's like the title of the video. It's like, I guess the people that watch that love the doomers. They love the doom of it. Yeah. Ching. Blah. You almost hit yourself again. Oh yeah. Well, a lot of times our greatest enemy can be ourselves. So besides, not it's not just others. Yeah. Well, I really love that one because I was in a bullet and he was trying to attack me with the piranha plant, but then like I was gonna hit my star anyway, so it was kind of amusing from that standpoint. So we rock, rock, rock it up, rock, rock mountain. Rock, rock, rock it up. Get ready for some Van Maiden music. Van Halen and Iron Maiden. It's got that old school 1980s California rock sound to it. You butt bastard. Oh, I'm coming to get you, though, boy. Ooh. Oh. It's not that I don't like Bonanza Rue. It's just she's often in my way, though. Or he or whoever. Here, have some fireballs. Yeah, but not the whiskey. Like in real life. No. Got your boy, Eagle. Fly like an eagle to the sea. Steve Miller Band? Hell yeah. Wish it was Miller time right now. Not the band, the beer. Yeah. Oh. Guess what, boy? Rock, rock, rock it up. Mm, 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 mm. Who are you, Japanese or Scrooge? He's trying to psych me out, huh? Trying to psych a boy, huh? Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Let's fly like an eagle to the sea. That was some nice music from Van Maiden. No, there's no such band as Van Maiden. It's Iron Maiden and Van Halen. Yeah. See what the messages are. Oh, okay. They keep telling me Metroid Prime Beyond is coming. Metroid Mondays. Meet Viola, Samus's new set of wheels. I wish I could buy this. What it costs, like $80. Fucking, I can't afford that. No, what if you had a job and then someone said like, check this out. What if you're at a workplace and then somebody said, "Hey, are you working so you can like pay the bills or whatever, or go to school or get paid more money?" What if you just said, "No, I just want to buy Nintendo Switches to Metroid Prime Beyond." What? Why are you working, man? Oh, dude, I really want a really nice car. Yeah. Another guy's like, "Man, one day I hope to see a woman butt naked." Oh, okay. And then you're just like, I want to buy Nintendo Switch 2 with Metroid Prime Beyond. Well, I was saving my money to go backpacking across Europe and stay at a hostel. I need some culture in my life. Hmm. What's going on here? Up in the Jeru Dome. We quit while we were ahead, while we were doing good at the gambling. We left Las Vegas before we lost all our money. It, we left the roulette table while we were still on top. Yeah, basically. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, Thanksgiving was pretty smooth. Went off without a hitch. Yeah. No, I know kids out of school for Thanksgiving week. They were like, "Oh man, I can't wait to go back to school again, so I could study calculus and geometry and algebra." They're pretty eager to get back to doing that, I think, and like reading books and shit. I know the kids be hyped about that school. Moonlight Scimitar. Yeah. Kids are like, "Man, why did school have to have a break in it? I was almost to calculus too. This is bullshit." All right. Ah. Yeah, so yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I got a relative. She's a lesbian. She's gay or queer or whatever they call it, and she got herself. She's engaged to a girl, and my take on it is, well, it's a country, um, where you're able to make after 18, you're able to make adult choices, and LGBTQ is your thing, then well, you're 18 plus. So there you go. Yeah. Um, yeah. One of the girls' mother is not so happy that she married a girl. So it's probably just because the real reason that the parents are angry is because they want grandchildren, and if their son is queer or lesbian, that's not going to happen now. So because you need a penis and vagina to create a baby. So because that's just how biology works, human biology. So that's probably. I mean, maybe some of them, it's religious reasons, or it's they think it's evil, or things like that. But it's really when it really comes down to it, it's because gays don't reproduce. That's the reason. They can do technological trickery, they can do adoption, but they can never do it the natural way, the way it's intended to be done, I guess you could say. The good old fashioned. Yeah. Me myself, I probably would have been a big hit with the ladies. It's just, it's kind of like Raj from the Big Bang Theory. So I never had the skills with the females. So never really had that knack. Never really had that down. Yeah. So I mean, there was some childhood trauma and stuff like that that didn't help. But hey, you know what? I'm gonna go. Oh, thought I could get the dragon, huh? Mm, that boy. Yeah. In addition, modern to postmodern women have certain expectations, like uh, six-figure income or something like that, right? Basically, they want guys that can buy shit, like houses and cars and health insurance. Guys that have shit, guys that can do shit, guys that have money, yeah. So In addition, reproduction means that you have to be a human being that has a dedication to the survival of the human race and the propagation of it. So, hmm, dang. Let's get that hearty simmered fruit. Yeah. Indeed. I'll go hooded on his ass. It's about to go down. All right. Welcome to the team. See you later, baby. Nice. Destroying you. Oh, got a loot. Yeah, I'm glad all this Thanksgiving hubbub. Thanksgiving is not my favorite because there's a lot of cooking, and then it's just like it's basically cooking, and then relatives like talk a lot, and it's like, and they just I don't know. It's just people just sit around eating and talking, and you have to do a lot of cooking. And it's just like, yeah, kind of. It's really not my favorite holiday. Um, yeah. Uh, my parents are traditionalists, so um, my aunt and uncle are bored. They do 1 year. This year they did barbecue brisket. 1 year they did a fish fry. They get bored with the whole turkey ham. Uh, they get bored with the traditional Thanksgiving dinner, and they always want to switch it up. And because that sounds more like my aunt getting frustrated because she's like a woman that she gets if she gets she's kind of like me. If she gets in a monotonous situation, she gets stir crazy and wants to switch stuff up. Yeah, so very similar to me. Some people they can do the same thing in the same job from their 15 all the way until they're like 80, and then some people can't. So my uncle's been doing the same job that he's had since he was like 15, fixing appliances, and it's a good living, and he loves it, and he doesn't even want to quit because that's all he's ever known. So he doesn't want to retire because he has always done this thing and he doesn't know what to do after that thing is over. He's just gonna be like, "Oh no, it's over." Maybe he's scared. I don't know, but change is scary for some people. A lot of people, especially if they're set in a particular way. Yeah, myself and my aunt, we're kind of like birds of a feather. When we get locked into a situation for a few years or so, we get kind of restless, kind of like, man, this is boring doing the same thing all the time, because it is. Yeah. So I imagine that maybe it wasn't my uncle suggesting that they not have the traditional turkey dinner. It was probably her. It was probably my aunt. But my mom and stepfather, I would say, are like staunch traditionalists. Like, it has to be the Thanksgiving dinner. Like, it's got to be like in the past. It's got to be the traditional setup or nothing. So, but when my parents get too old to um, handle it, then we're gonna have to, scale it back to something a little less intense. Maybe not a big ass turkey. Maybe not a whole bunch of different sides and pies. Maybe, you know, one year we get some Mexican food. Another year we get KFC or something. Just kind of switch it up for a while. Yeah, maybe even one Thanksgiving, like my aunt and uncle barbecue. We just make like brisket and beans and potato salad or whatever. Um, damn. Bam, bam. Unleash the monster. Unleash. Yeah, we might have a Black Sabbath Friday. I'm just not sure yet. Yeah. Uh, Ruby. But I, for one, am exhausted from the Thanksgiving uh, preparations and cooking and cleaning, and it's still not even all done yet. So, dun, dun. Hmm. fact, I might just take a break, go to have a good sleep tonight, and then wake up all refreshed tomorrow, and then tackle all the kitchen again. See ya. Octo. I'm getting in my barbecue, boy. About to get the barbecue. Yeah. Hmm. Should I have some fried monster for dinner? Oh yeah. Tangy. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Meat skewer. It's time for omelet. Omelicious. Mm. Yeah, you know Omelet in Klein High School, of course. I talked about how everybody called him Omelet multiple times in multiple videos over the years. Yeah. I guess the biggest question was why. I guess because we were young and we just thought it was so funny that this dude Omelet, we called him Omelet. It's like, hey, it's Omelet. Should be laughing in the halls. That his nickname was Omelet. Yeah. Why is it so funny? Oh, because puns can be funny. Is that why? Okay, so puns can be funny, especially if it's a funny nickname or something. Okay, so that's why it's funny. We were young back then in high school, so we thought pretty much anything was funny, more or less. So we didn't have an evolved sense of humor. Yeah, it didn't mean we would just laugh at. I mean, of course, we had to laugh at something that was actually funny, but that didn't mean that we had no comedic sophistication at all. But mm, you mm, mm, we're gonna have to get real with the shit. All right, time to make something dope. Hasty veggie cream soup. Oh yeah. Y'all better know. Yeah, I don't hold a grudge against the LGBTQ or any other community. Uh, that based on their personal lifestyle choices that are legal. Yeah, and I'm just prefacing that with like I don't. Uh, for people that are doing illegal, I'm sorry, doing legal things, that's wonderful. That they have the freedom to be gay or whatever. That's fantastic. Um, yeah. Should they be able to get like a traditional Christian marriage? I don't know. That's more debatable. Because Christianity and major world religions, a lot of them, Judeo Christianity and Islam believe in that a marriage is a pact between a man and a woman. So there's that. Oh, I made the wrong dish, don't. That simmered fruit. Okay. I think you need to put the sugar cane. You have to put the butter in it. Yep. Like warm apple pie. Ooh. Yeah, Jason Biggs. He said he had trouble with like drugs and alcohol and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Like being a big star at like 20 years old or something, that might be real bad for a lot of people. Because you're like this big ass star, and you're like, it's probably easy to fall into the party and just not be able to get out very easily. So I mean, imagine if everybody liked you, you know, pretty much. Like everybody liked you and you were a millionaire, but like at like 21 or something. And you could go anywhere, you could party with anybody, you could do whatever, basically, within the confines of the law. Yeah. Black Friday. Will it be a Black Sabbath Friday? Down, 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 down. We'll see. I guess if you hear that song, Wheels of Confusion, it's the Black Sabbath Friday show. If you don't hear the song, the show is not happening this particular year. And No, I won't start off the show with ooh, ooh. I'll just start out with Wheels of Confusion. Down, 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 down. With Black Sabbath Volume 4 and Ozzy Osbourne, Tony Iommi, uh, Geezer Butler, and that other dude. Let's call him that other dude. And that other dude that I can't remember right now. Down, 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 down. Yeah, the guy I worked with Asperger's, he would always do like Beavis and Butthead, like now, now, there, there, there. He'd always play the guitar with his vocals, and it was always pretty funny, like Beavis and Butthead. I mean, it wasn't funny that he had Asperger's, but it was funny that he would act like Beavis a little bit, act like Butthead a little bit. I guess it was Beavis doing that most of the time. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Mm. Oh, you better get no wise. The holidays, alcohol free. Yeah, right. Down, 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 down. I almost wish that a party could happen tomorrow night, but may not. It may not go down though. But oh well. Yeah, yeah. Way back in 2006, like the Pakistani people took over the convenience store, and at first there was one of the guy's dads was in there, and when I would buy a 6 pack of beer back in those days, his sons would ring me up, but he was like the elder. He was like supervising the convenience store, or he owned it, or or something. And like he was always really funny because every time I bought a beer or something, he he would go, "Party?" And I go, "Yes, party." And then the next time I'd buy Budweiser or Bush, a 6 pack of Bush, he would go, "Party?" And I'd be like, "Yep." I just like the way he said in Pakistani or whatever, "Party." It's always pretty funny to me. And then I think he probably died because years later, when I moved back here, uh, he was gone. So I figured he was dead or something, or in a nursing home or something, retired or whatever. He was already old when I was like 26. So they had this one Indian dude named Ashok, and he was the cashier at the liquor store. And I would always joke with him. Since his name was Ashok, I would say, "I shock me all night long," of the AC/DC song. And he would play along with me and laugh. "I shook me all night long." Ooh. Yeah, he had a sense of humor. Yeah. He probably understood English enough to know what I was joking about. That's probably what it was. He had been an Indian American for a long time, so he could laugh at some shit. If if he was like anti-American or he was like, you know, didn't speak English well, he would know what the fuck I was talking about. Probably. Does that mean he was probably a big AC/DC fan? Probably not, but I probably told him what it was, so he wouldn't be totally confused. Well, this isn't going that great. Story of my life. Oh, Frost Talus, right? My boy. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh. Here we go. Ah. All right, you want to play around? I'll play with you. Time to bring out the Master Sword. Hmm. Urbosa's Fury.
Protection is now ready to roll.
Hulkamania, brothers. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Kamala Harris had Samwise Gamgee, Sean Astin, and Trump had Hulk Hogan. So I think what happened too, like Taylor Swift and Beyonce, they said that they would pledge support to Kamala Harris, and then uh, they didn't even perform a concert for her or anything. So they're probably like, give me $5 million like Oprah, then I'll show up or some shit. Yeah. So I guess they say the reason why Trump won re-election is because he had a big, beautiful pirate ship, as Glenn Beck and Ben Shapiro would say. One big, crazy pirate ship with Elon Musk and Hulk Hogan and all these rogues gallery of characters. You had this motley crew on this pirate ship. Yeah. I guess a lot of Hollywood liberals and elites are just very lame and very boring. They don't really electrify the voting populace. So bi-coastal elites do not electrify, or entertainment elites do not electrify the majority of working Americans. They seem like people that only look out for their own like bubble universe. Uh, yeah, it's Sylvester Stallone on the pirate ship. I mean, but Trump also won re-election because it was like the worst presidency probably in the almost 250 years of American history. So yeah, something had to be done about that for sure. Yeah, when people saw the $5 a gallon gas or whatever, 9% inflation, they're like, oh shit, we have to vote non-Democrat. Like, there's no choice. Welcome to the team. Okay, we're about 11. Yeah, I might finish up the rest of Swingers. I know it's a silly ass movie, but it's a little bit entertaining though. Do I think movies get dated? Um, I guess Swingers is pretty dated. I think that Sideways is like pretty much like a classic, like a comedy classic, comedy drama classic. Elder people face. How do I face uh, my um, how do I face my death and my mortality and my frailty with dignity? The person in the middle age uh, faces how do I face the way I feel about being middle aged? So the middle aged person misses like being able to pick up girls like really easily, like if you're 20 years old, you know, stuff like that. Whereas somebody who's elderly misses being able to open up a jar. So the person who's elderly just wishes they were just more able-bodied, and the person who's like 40 wishes like he was like 19 and could like get get with some hot like pick up some hot babes or something like he used to. So in both cases, the people are mourning something uh, that was once easy that has become hard to do because of age. And when you say age and time, so like usually somebody in their uh, middle age or over 40, they don't like they don't miss the ability to walk because they still have that ability. Most people over 40, but they mourn the loss of their youth for other things that they used to enjoy in their youth. Oh, you want to play Bone? Uh-oh. I'm not done with you. Wild berries, of course. In a blizzard, like I used to pick them. Uh, You will face the moonlight scimitar. You guys are really the bomb. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day for a Black Friday. It's a nice day to start again. Come on, it's a nice day for a Black Friday. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day for a white wedding. Billy Idol, yeah, some badass tunes for sure. And hmm. Oh yeah, Steve Stevens, yeah, one of the an amazing guitarist, one of the most original guitarists to emerge from the 1980s rock scene. Wow, Steve Stevens. Whoa. 30-year partnership with Billy Idol. Yeah, I mean, maybe some other guy couldn't pull off that whole punk rock, that whole persona that Billy Idol pulled off. Yeah, maybe other guys it looks cheesy, like Billy Joe Armstrong trying to pull that off. It doesn't quite work. Like he doesn't seem like he's badass or anything. But Billy Idol, yeah, I think it kind of worked. It definitely worked. His character, his persona, very genuine. So basically, in the buddy comedy, the one friend tries to cheer the other friend up because they got dumped or can't forget about a girl or some woman or they're divorced, and then like, hey man, we only got one life. We gotta start having some fun, man. Like that sort of thing. You need to let go of the past, man, and move on. So the character's growth arc is that the person eventually does what his friend tells him to do, which is to move on, and they find a new girl or a new a new relationship or whatever, or they find a freedom from whatever was keeping them stuck or uh, disadvantaged before. Yeah. So that's usually what the character arc in the buddy comedy is.
The evolving scale is now ready.
Oh, nice to meet you. Hmm. So I figured that John Favreau's character is going to go on a similar character arc by the end of Swingers. So I'm not saying the movie's gonna be predictable, but I have a feeling that that it will follow the character arc of the brokenhearted man. If it does something totally different, I will be surprised. Typically, only movies from the 1970s have very downbeat endings. Typically, a lot of 1970s movies have a lot of anti-heroes, downbeat endings. Um, the bad guy gets away, the good guys get hurt or killed. A lot of yeah. So in commercial cinema or more pop cinema, the good guys always win and or eventually win against evil. Well, what's the effect with the when kids see that good triumphs over evil? It gives kids a warm and fuzzy feeling inside. So if you're like a little kid and you watch Star Wars for the first time, and the good guys beat the evil empire, you feel like this rush of uh, goodness that you have this comfortable feeling. You go to sleep at night thinking good is always going to defeat evil, and evil uh, cannot win permanently. But I suppose that's the equivalent of a bedtime story that children, I'm sorry, parents tell their children because whether that's true or not depends on your point of view, but and the unfolding of the events of history. All right, time to unwind from this Thanksgaming. Thanks for watching. God bless. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the hay. Been working really hard to get this meal together for a few days or so. Oh, or more. I am tired now. So more work to do tomorrow, but uh, Dylan Mulvaney, is that you? What brings you out here? Fancy that? No. Da na 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 Dude looks like Mulvaney. Yeah, that reminds me of like when older classic rock artists they made a old classic rock song that wasn't really politically correct, and then they're like maybe an old rock band was talking about like a tranny or dude looks like a lady, or maybe they're talking about something racial or whatever, and it's not politically correct at all. Uh, and then as the old rockers look back on the time in which they made the music, and then they're like, "Oh, I feel sorry for that. I hate that shit," because it's like most rock and rollers did not envision a time when people would attempt to normalize transsexualism and sex swapping, uh, sex transitions. So, um, I think we do live in interesting times. I'd say in a certain way. Um, so, as the old saying goes, "Lord, let me live through interesting times," and I think we're definitely in interesting times for sure. Uh, maybe just add, yeah, maybe some aliens or some shit, aliens, some AI, and I think we're, oh yeah, I think it'll be maybe if there's aliens plus AI, I'm gonna say it's like gonna be the most interesting time in human history, so ever. And if there's no aliens, at least AI will be a fascinating or totally destructive aspect of the future. Oh, I think Ola, Flaxel, Cadolo, and Palme. Cookwood Plateau. So where are the female escorts? And who sells marijuana? Missing in action, baby. Go ahead and this guy does mushrooms. The Rushroom Rush. That dude's a drug dealer. Drug healer. Ooh. Yeah, we'll go on the rescue mission on the next one. Let's go get a Rushroom up here. For real. Anybody else crave a chicken tender when they saw that? Oh, I think my boy's up here. We're gonna close out with my boy. My boy. Ah.